What's up, interwebs? My name is Cravel, and welcome to the very first Patreon custom concepts video of cards designed by me. And for this series, as opposed to the stuff that's on the public channel, we're going to focus on much more specific concepts, and we're also going to focus on just a bit more lazy editing. I'm gonna design the cards, and then it's a private thing, so it's just gonna be my face and cards. We'll just keep it nice and simple for you guys, so hopefully I don't look too ugly. So for this first video, I decided to tackle the same challenge that I'm giving to my audience, to the community, and make Weapon Hunter. So Hunter cards built around weapons and weapon synergy, and more specifically, I decided to give it a focus on the durability of weapons and synergizing with that. Since, you know, a lot of weapons and a lot of weapon synergy tends to just focus on attack power. So I felt it would be something interesting, especially considering something like Eagle Horn Bow, which can become, you know, just crazy durable. It can just sit there, out there on the battlefield, and, you know, they've got like Candle Shot, that 1/3. So I thought it would be interesting to focus a bit more on durability rather than attack power. And to start the video out, we have a very simple card in Everwood Carbine, which is a 4-mana, 3/3 weapon with Overkill, gain 1 durability. So basically every time you swing it and you kill something that has 1 or 2 health, then it just stays at that level of durability. But because it's still technically gaining that, as we'll discuss here in a little bit, there are ways for you to go well over the original 3 if you can, like, repair it, if you could heal it, which, spoilers for further on in this video, honestly. Basically, the idea would be that you would need either this, or you would need Eagle Horn Bow with a lot of secrets in order to build up a big durability weapon for some of these bigger plays in the deck and in my concepts here. So basically, just keep this card in mind as well as Eagle Horn Bow when we're looking at the rest of the cards that I have for this video. So moving on, we have Reload, which is a 3-mana spell that synergizes with your weapon. And I am aware that there is already a Hearthstone card with the name Reload and with this art, but my card functions entirely differently from that. So moving right along. At 3 mana, what this spell does is it restores your weapon to full durability, as we were discussing earlier, and it also reads, you may attack a second time this turn only, which is something that I discussed a lot, because anytime that there's that sort of Wind Fury effect, you always kind of invite a OTK deck in. The thing is, the most that this could do, as far as I'm aware with, you know, Hunter, is you play, you know, Longhorn Bow, and then you play Captain Greenskin, and you've got a 6 attack weapon, you use Reload, you can do, you know, 12 damage in 1 turn, which is nowhere near good enough to be a crazy OTK. So overall, I think that that's just a bit of added value. It just allows you to kind of keep an eye on the board, keep controlling stuff, and that is a major part of the usage of weapons. So even just like in an early game, if you got like a sort of buffed up Candle Shot, you could use Reload on it when it's at like 1 durability, and then you can swing again and kill another minion. That's a really weak usage of this card, I think, but I think it just kind of shows the focus on controlling and, yeah, just that extra little bit of value that adds to this card. But as you're going to see here as we get into the rest of these cards, the obvious focus there is on building up that durability, so that you can play something like Bloodfen Rider, which is 4 mana 3/2, and has Battle Cry, shuffle Bloodfen Brood cards into your deck equal to your weapon's durability. Probably the wording there would just be shuffle Bloodfen Broods into your deck, something like that. But each of those cards, as you should be able to see on screen at this point, is just a cast when drawn spell, which is actually a keyword. It just means that it causes the effect that you draw another card instead. Summon a 3/2 Bloodfen Raptor. Pretty simple stuff. And obviously at 4 mana, this is very comparable to Faldorai Strider, which is the 4/4 shuffle 3 of those types of cards into your deck that summon 4/4s instead of the 3/2, but obviously the value here is, you know, you have something like Reload, or you just use a really, really big Eagle Horn Bow, and you're able to shuffle in, you know, 5, 6 of these into your deck, and I definitely think that there is, you know, a lot of potential there in just having a constant extra minion on the board. It's kind of like the logic of the buffed up paladin hero power. It's just endless minions are good, period. That being said, I am aware, and I do think that if this were to be a fully fledged archetype, there would need to be more high durability weapons just in Hunter. You know, maybe something that had a base durability of just 4, and then maybe you could try and buff it up from there with some other effects. I don't know. But in the end, I do understand that a card like this would definitely need a lot of synergy to actually see play. So, but finally, we have probably one of the funniest cards that I've ever created just because of the art that I found for it. My realization was that in swinging that weapon around a lot, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. So we have the 2-mana spell, Survival Instincts. Destroy your weapon and restore health to your hero equal to its durability. Now, I think for this card, it should probably also have some sort of draw effect. Maybe, you know, draw another weapon from your deck to replace that. But overall, the idea is just there to kind of keep you alive, and I think that's what this deck would turn into. So you have kind of a value-based long-term Hunter where you're playing weapons, you're keeping control of the board, and then you're dropping this as you are actually taking some damage, and you're restoring, again, you know, 5, 8 health, maybe, you know, if you really are able to build up the durability of that weapon there. But again, much as I didn't want to necessarily make those for this video, I try to focus more on creative cards rather than generic cards. I think this type of deck would A, need a weapon with just higher base durability in general, and B, it would also need some sort of way of buffing up weapons durabilities much more consistently than something like Reload. But overall, I definitely think that this type of deck is something that I would be interested to see in the game. So, at the end of the day though, let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Toodles.